喂，Hello，大家好，今日咧就玩呢個 Disco Elysium 啦，咁就上次咧都好耐之前嘅事嚟㗎啦。咁咧其實我一直都想玩呢個遊戲嘅，咁不過咧我就諗咗好耐啦。咁因為第一咧就係嗰個片長係非常之長嘅，咁第二個問題咧就係、即係點解我而家 hold 住一直都冇拍到啦？就係、第一就係因為個片長好長啦，就唔會話好多人睇啦。第二就係、我覺得佢係一個比較 slow pace 嘅一個遊戲啦，咁所以我就一直喺度諗緊應該用咩方式嚟去做啦。咁呢兩個問題都係冇解決到嘅其實，但係我一直都想玩咯，因為我好想知道個劇情跟住落嚟點發展咯。咁我覺得可以繼續試下嘅，其實睇下咯。同埋上一條片呢，拍咗成個鐘之後，我先發現呢嗰啲聲係好差咯，咁啲收音唔係好好咯，咁所以我而家要做多啲 checking 啊，或者點樣咁樣咯，就OK。啱啱 check 完啦，咁啲聲都冇問題嘅，咁我哋而家可以繼續啦。咁我記得上次呢，就去到一個肥佬嘅 office 嗰度啦，咁就同佢傾咗咧，話我唔見咗支槍啊之類嘅問題啦。咁就之後咧，而家咧就係、都未查一條屍係點樣嘅。咁但係我就知道咧，我咧就同呢個人咧就有少少，即係我同呢個老細肥老細咧就有少少關係嘅。咁我都上網 check 過，原來佢呢種係真係有種病叫做酒精失憶症啊，即係咧佢係會失咗憶咯，即係純粹嚟講，即係飲酒飲太多啦，飲到傻咗啦，咁就會失咗憶咁樣咯。咁好，繼續。咁大概呢度都行晒啦。咁以我記憶呢，我上次記得，即係我睇翻上次剪嗰段片呢，我就發覺有啲位呢係好 tricky 嘅，即係有啲位好可疑嘅，就係嗰個有間書店嘅嗰個阿嬸呢，就唔俾我入去嗰個後花園嗰度啦。咁我諗呢，佢嗰度就收埋咗啲嘢嘅。咁可能我唔知係咩啦。咁我就過去睇下啦。點解咁難行過去㗎？OK，係咪呢度啊？我想去翻嗰個後花園咯，即係去翻嗰個書店咯。Where is the 書店？巴拉巴拉巴拉，唔係呢度，呢度係山水喉。咩嚟㗎？呢個？哦，即係地板有啲咩整到咁啦，裂咗啦。呢度啊，阿靚妹，一同個垃圾桶喺度玩係嘛 ？Hello again, sir. Oh my fucking god！ 佢一心喺度等待緊啊！我推斷你好細個，我推斷你係一個女仔。事實上我咩都推斷唔到，唔好意思。我推斷你係一個女仔。哈哈哈哈！拜拜。係要入去啦。咁因為大部分線索都斷咗啦，咁即係去嗰個其實都唔係嘅。我記得上次嗰個肥老細係咪俾咗個任務我，就係要開到門咁樣定咩？睇先，呢度係哇好鬼多任咯，唔知點睇。有冇得較大呢啲字呢？我唔係好中意啲字咁細隻咯。佢建議我打俾檢疫所檢查你嘅健康問題。動力馬車嗰度，即係同佢一齊總結。OK， 呢個做咩啊？係呢度。你唔知道呢個大世界點樣揾個塑膠片？揾個警證係嘛？將條屍放落嚟啦。咁呢個最主要嘅 target 啦，最主要係讓金同你談案情。你而家有一張死者身上紋身嘅相片咧，可以破解佢。OK， 問下 Kuno， 佢係女仔嚟㗎。Oh my god！ 佢女優戰呢個好撚煩啊！OK， 即係而家要俾個名佢係咪？我冇手冊之類嘅物體。幸福前你的相片。OK， 服裝工具互動。呢個點樣同佢互動？點樣互動 ？E 啊嚇？喂，而家咁樣算互動緊㗎啦。哦，唔係呢度。呢個係你垃圾桶裏邊揾到手冊。
A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
仲有冇其他？
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
呢個拉電嘅聲。有一張衛生紙咩啊？或者係一張衛巾咩餐巾紙，係衛生紙啫。黐咗喺後面。
It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard.
點解要成日
You
提
can
住
take it
佢
off
嘅？
if you want.
掹佢落嚟啦。
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila,
Okay.
the ledger now looks marginally better. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They are work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51. This year, the exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken,
咩意
not
思？
completed, mind
即係
you.
我接手人哋啲 case 啊，即係呢個 file 係我接手人哋啲 case 啊，定係人哋接手我啲 case 啊？即係我未查完啦，定係我係專幫人接手嘅咧？
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week.
哦，即係佢有好多案件係喺呢個區度發生咗，係嘛？即係好多罪案發生㗎，係嘛？咁即係我3月平均會接2個 case 咁樣，係嘛？係咯。
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it. Lest you start
真
making
嘅
mistakes.
哦，即係佢嘅意思係2個其實好撚少嘅，即係我喺度 hea 緊㗎。定係我而家至少有30個案未做咯，即係我而家先每個月先接2個，即係我做成年咁樣啊？定點樣？我嘅工作好似係咩？不過咧，我冇知道自己破案未。
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
哦，
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand.
6點啊，
The
仆街！
handwriting is extremely dense. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each
哦，即係佢每單
investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
即係每單案都有個名㗎啦，咁佢個名就係點樣講啊？即係嗰啲叫做咩代號咁啊？係嘛？
A title, one might say even.
係咯。
One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called the Next World mural. Another, the square bullet hole murders. And others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even you like this grimy. Wish there was one in there about a drug den. You love those. Gets the blood.
黐人線又想擒
No,
我，
you
鳩鳩
don't. You're a human measuring instrument, almost entirely intellectual. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
喂，唔好意思啊，我嗰個冷氣機有啲嗰啲聲。
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was... I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15
Okay.
pages near the end. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is...
頂你個肺啊！要順序做嘅咩？
The tasks you've completed
Ah.
flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar. Inspect the get the body, interview the caffeine. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good.
佢睇落好
strong
開心喎。
name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
OK，
You don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from... Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files.
哦
It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
揾返自己個
Harry
名
Dubois. HDB.
哈利杜波啊！哦，即係呢個我個名嚟嘅喎，來世壁畫無解案件。
Not much has changed in the
我想睇
meanwhile.
噃，但
A bunch
係
of sodden papers. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off
Oh my
on
God.
cellulose. The lieutenant observes you, raising and lowering the toilet.
Excuse me, I just have to ask again. How did it get in the trash?
你每個人最有我唔知。
I'm sad to hear that. In any case, we are lucky you found it. Make sure it's all in there.
Oh God, that sounds dangerous.
Now, if you'll excuse me, that thing has filled me with the sudden urge to make sure mine is in perfect order.
OK，
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together.
嗰
A
啲
regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
即係嗰啲夾咧，即係佢通常一塊板佢咪上面有個aluminium 嘅夾嘅咯，咁佢夾住嗰嚿嘢啊嘛，佢應該講個夾啦。
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with
咩嚟
iridescence.
㗎？
You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
我有個貼紙
What？ That thing, it's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
哦，浮水印嚟嘅，OK。
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Oh，
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine. Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
好，即係我可以睇嗰個咩？係咯，我去嗰個車頭我就可以睇嗰個我破嘅一單案啊嘛。睇個
In
黃色
the
嗰張
back, you
紙，
see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the
最上面
bottommost
係
are
違規啦，
full
咁中間就係俾人哋 call
Each
台
is
啦，
easy
咁
enough
最
to
下
make
面就
sense
係
of.
檢查條屍嘅。
You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Okay.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much
好，save 先。響撳錯 quick save 先，睇下先佢有啲咩睇法咧？仲有
So we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your combo type.
咁我係咩啊？
Guess. That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the... Yes, sorry cop. Who's sorriest? Let's make it official then, shall we? Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up. What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copo type from sorry. No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry. Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
我唔係喎。Fuck off！會唔會咁樣而變咗我個人格？即係我其實係咪自己定義緊自己係邊個呢？定係點樣呢？我唔記得喎。我覺得呢隻 game 係 full of surprises 嘅。喂，架車係咪可以幫到我㗎？佢咪有盞燈定乜鬼嘢？
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
All right. Ready? I turn. You press start.
OK。
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The lights unfold with
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
as you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the... in the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Cold.
All of them worse than here. There are many of them, and they are divided into three. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad for what? The next is the longest. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number. Oh, the last row. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM.
Oh,
There are your statistics.
我大概都估到自己其實
I
應
should
該
have
係一
guessed
個
you'd keep the record.
本身破案好多嘅人嚟嘅，但係去到最後唔知點解成日飲酒，可能有啲事發生咗，咁就破咗好少案咯。我諗呢啲窿就係代表你破案係嘛？
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers. Son, here is where we score your life.
The first row represents your years of service.
哦
18
哦
years.
，OK，唔係咩意思喎？
Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
導演咩料？
Yes, that does seem quite likely.
誒，我有
Your
個
youth coincided with some heady days for
等陣先，等陣先，我想睇下
Let's
係咩
move
嚟
on,
嘅。
shall we?
唔好意思啊。 咁我而家係咪真係超級巨星咧？我講咗7次啊，已經，即係我而家有個成就解鎖咗啦。咁我係咪超級巨星咧？我唔知喎。睇嚟真係咁喎，你嘅青春同埋你嘅某啲喺呢個地方嘅好日子係重疊咗。不過我哋繼續啦，好唔好？佢覺得好煩啊啫。
The one that wraps all the way around is your number of closed cases. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
你唔覺得？哦，最後嗰行應該違規咯，可能係。
Call it what you want. You were evaluated right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
Definitely not.
That's right.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the
佢安排
general
翻我
quarter,
經驗。
it's rather tame. There are certain officers who treat their kills like
Oh.
some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen, but it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Yes,
哦，佢唔想講。
everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
我覺得保持一啲愛好係有所幫助嘅。例如咧，
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
啊 OK，
Anything's better than annihilating yourself with drugs.
The
I did.
lieutenant nods.
好
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
OK，very good 啊！我真係好中意呢個 game，唔知點解。我好中意佢個故事咯，或者佢嗰個敘事方式咯，好似永遠都有啲新嘢咁樣咯，真係好有趣。卡拉 OK 用唱歌嗰個係嘛？打俾檢疫所啊！打咯，試下咯。
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights.
Ho,
I know
ho.
they're mesmerizing.
A metallic drawer slides. Pull out toolbox. Slides back. Yes.
呢個
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
檢疫所
It will take just
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
喂。
Gottlieb, what do you want?
有人叫我打去檢疫所，大家都好擔心我情況好弊高。
Oh,
哦
you.
哦，即係佢，我已經打過好多次啦，係咪？我失憶啊，全部記憶啊。
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
好難講佢係唔相信定唔關心。你可唔可以幫我做啲乜嘢啊？
You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not our time.
我係搖滾巨星嚟啊！
The money is probably
我係
going
搖
to
滾
some
明星嚟
old,
㗎。
oily.
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has...
It's not fucking cryo-acta latte.
咩嚟
It's
㗎？
super glue, Doc.
哦，即係佢講緊隔離有個人唔知貼咗啲乜鳩啦。
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
Firewalker? Oh, yes, you are. Just don't breathe in the general. Do exactly that. Put yourself out of your misery. Take a deep...
It would be an artistic statement of some kind or another.
Sounds more like a newspaper headline that will surprise absolutely no one. And you survived it.
Sort of. But by
Even better. Anything else? Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
咩事？哦，我而家升咗咧，我而家升咗咧。咁我而家升啊，從容之約。等陣先搞呢個。我需要你幫我聯繫一個人，佢可能通報冇上岸。
What
佢
is the
嘅
number of
有冇將佢嗰個
Yes.
number 寫低？
Hold on. Her number is oh
Received.
Lieutenant Gitsaragi slowly begins to tap a little.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
OK。
Oh, right. Hello, officer.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out.
即係佢知道我係邊個嚟嘅，佢想我講嘢先。點解你辭咗份工啊？係咪你打電話報警㗎？你知道邊個將嗰個人嗰件衫抌咗落合同啊？你見過我警證？你見過我槍？佢聽唔聽到㗎？其實你有冇見過我個警證啊？你有冇見？你知唔知點解我嗰個工作報告去咗垃圾桶嗰度啊？你有冇時間同我飲杯咖啡咧？我諗我得到所有嘅資訊啦。點解你辭咗份工啊？
The bar?
係
Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing.
嚇同我有關㗎？Oh my
Why
god！
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away. You know whom? What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring God. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. You mean why did I leave the bar?
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables.
應該係我咯，我諗應該同我
They
有關。
use the union.
Shit
So the union has a phone. And there's one
Oh,
further.
OK。
it was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
OK。
It just might take a while.
點解你冇報警嘅？
Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court.
咁工會同呢個有咩關係啊？
No one calls the police.
點解？
The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes.
Oh.
People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I didn't want.
Oh,
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
You do? What else can I do for you?
唔 push 佢啦，點解要 push 佢啫？
Yeah,
黐
go on.
線嘅咩？
No, I don't know.
佢一直想澄清我同呢件事係冇乜關係，唔係我報案啦，唔係因為呢度任何嘢而我唔做啦。呢條屍我唔知啦，完全。但係嗰個酒保應該係話佢報案噶嘛，佢應該知道一啲嘢嘅。
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police.
No.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past.
哦，
Don't go there.
我一開頭恐嚇佢啦，係嘛？即係類似喎。你有冇見過我？你有冇見過我警證啊？我係個差人嚟㗎，咁樣咯，我諗應該係。而家係等點解你要知道我係一個警探？即係我而家問翻佢之前嘅事啦。或者我個警探，我個警證唔見咗喎，你有冇喺邊度見過啊？
No.
哦，佢未 out 咯，
sorry.
即係佢唔知道咯，即係佢唔知道我而家行失
Real
咗耶
police
或者
wear
咩？
uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
而且我睇落去佢都好自然。
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where
這
your
同唔知
uniform
道
is.
哦，求撚其啦，呢個唔撚關事。邊個把槍啊？
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective.
咩叫出離憤怒啊？
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you...
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, and pretend to shoot your brains out. Off of that, people don't like... I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all open." People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen
我
to
點
me."
解要威脅我
You
自己？
are all suspects in a murder investigation. There is silence on the other end of the line.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
做乜撚啊喺度？乜嘢啊？咁我錢買唔到，唔係槍買唔到錢，但係錢永遠可以買到槍，所以我就抵押咗把槍嚟攞錢，係咪有冇問題啊？呢個 logic， 即係我將我支槍掉出去。
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe
咪咯
me, I did not ask.
係咯係咯係咯係咯係咯。
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I am sorry about that.
Oh.
Anything else? No, absolutely not. I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
Shit, man.
She doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy.
食屎啦！即係我啦。
Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
No. What?
我好驚扣血啊！
Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
What? What is it?
Oh my
One
god!
was dominated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on.
Oh my
The
god!
love quest is on. Too late, everyone.
Oh
It's
my
on.
god！
Take it to God.
佢一定唔會聽個電話，唔好再打俾佢啦，好唔好啊？我覺得好撚尷尬啊！我想捐到
You see a
地板啊！OK。Oh my god！ 咁我話幾點收鋪啊？佢7點未收鋪啊？入去先。我好想每次完咗個對話都 save 一 save 咯，我好驚有啲咩行差踏錯或者柒咗咁樣。OK save 先。 Back to here， 我哋又見面啊！ 嗰度有啲乜嘢啊？快答我！
It's just a storage room for employees. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed. No. Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything? It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail.
Oh.
The negativism. It's.
Wow. Void raves. You have no word. Such raves may prove a formidable enemy.
Oh shit！ 七點幾。
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's the curse of financial.
食屎啊！關咩事啊？即係叫我買書係咪撚樣？好，我有啲困惑，嗰個係咩嚟㗎？啊，佢提過你前任，所以有啲都冇問題，就係咁。
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. As if I was unwanted. Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class...
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before. You're no para-detective. You look nothing like...
You look like one. Hey now, hey.
食屎啦！
Lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I should have realised. A pattern lies within the fabric.
你同佢溝通一定要咁中意
Our
啊！
meeting couldn't have been, but I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us... If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you... Thank you, sir. There's one
Okay.
more thing I haven't told you about yet.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Yes, a malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes
嚇
the
佢即係
form
嗰度
of
住咗個女人
a
嘅。
witch, most likely. She or it must be connected to the curse somehow.
係咪樓上嗰啲人嚟嘅啫？係咯，煙通都唔夠大啦。
This chimney is part of the building's central furnace.
哦，
and
佢好
it's
大
enormous.
喎。
She has barricaded herself. Some unnatural magic, I assume.
OK，
You should go find the entity and ask what happened. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked
佢好
round.
撚想知啊佢。
Unbelievable. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. Yes, I've contacted numerous
哇！佢好撚
parapsychologists.
黐
And
線
even a
啊
pair
佢
of simony. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear. Oh, this! No, it's a special Himian amulet. Blessed by desert pygmy shamans. There are numerous spells cast
黐
around the
撚
fort.
線，佢咁誠實嘅。
Anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales.
Oh my
15%.
呢啲唔係咒語嚟㗎係嘛？呢啲純粹銷售策略啫係嘛
Desert pygmy shamans.
？Oh my god！
That doesn't seem like the spell is working.
咪係咯，
There are no customers around except you.
冇啊！佢肯定好撚癲嘅呢
Sir, I am well educated in the commercial and esoteric arts. I know what to do and what to avoid. Discount my wares? I can see, sir, that you don't. Besides, this would only tempt the phantoms of doom. They can sense the desperation you...
The woman before you scans the store. Her shoulders rigid.
啲，佢好撚癲嘅呢個人。我唔撚知佢扮理性嗰啲人咯。
You see a
哇！好撚嘈
You。see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash.
好，又再 save 先。入去啦。 吹風機那幽靈般的陰影，好似一首歌嘅歌詞。所有有理性嘅人都唔會將嗰個腦袋塞落去呢個機器度，點解會有人塞個頭落個機器度啊？一個雌雄同體嘅肖像，乜不夜門不台灣用語乜鳩啊不夜門，屌睇唔撚到啦已經。
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens.
敲下門先，
Echo. No one is there.
再敲下門先。
Echo. No one is
推
there.
啦，有鎖匙咧，
After
推
exerting
黐
some
人線。
force, you manage to turn the key. You feel the tiny hairs on the. An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach.
黐線。OK， 好，去咗個新地方啦。啊屌！我又撳咗 quick save 喎，狗狗。喂，傾下偈先，阿金。
What is this place? I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because no need to look for a supernatural explanation.
OK。
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation. What do
啊
you
呢個唔
want to
好
know?
啦，好似講。
That's correct.
That makes him a binoclad. Completely uncocked material, if you say so yourself.
Are they? They're
You could use a good, normal peer yourself.
no.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
I can't say that it does, no.
The lieutenant produces his familiar mnemotech. We all have our different media. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system.
Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Oh，
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecile cop-off. What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
即係個意思係警察就警察都互相爭緊地盤啦。呢個地方係比較特別啲啊嘛。咁所以兩個分局都各自派咗個人過嚟啦。咁但係其實實際上呢，事實上呢，其實根本呢一個地方係唔屬於任何一個警署嘅。其實佢係工會嘅。所以其實我哋只不過係一個即係形式上嘅人啦過嚟嘅。咁所以邊個掌管呢個邊個酒店啊？工會
sort
咯。
of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to.
係咯，呢個係故
I
意
think the
嘅。
dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite a brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
呢個102係咪就係頭先我破案嗰個數字？我唔記得咗啦已經。
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze. Clearly, he has already formed his own. It's all part of the master plan, you see.
風格科。磁能線。超能力係咩料？我可能要若難以置嘅擊殺數。
The silence carries.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure.
係啊，
They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57. Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
I've considered it. I don't think I can say one way or another. I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just... So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
即係其實我哋兩個係競爭嘅關係啦，可唔可以咁講？No business will ever thriving there without going bankrupt. You promised that 呢個邊撚個啊人名嚟係嘛？You will look into it, enter the sealed door behind the bookstore, and find out what happened to the companies there. OK. Sealed 係咪鎖咗佢門啊？定係咩啊？我唔記得咗啦，屌。OK， 睇下先。OK， 呢個做乜鳩啊？攞唔起啦係
The
嘛？
barbell lies. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. There are no collars on the barbell.
咪黐
This
人
is a safety hazard.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations
Oh,
if
hauran
the
sok
gym
ni
was
dia.
still operating, but it isn't. No one
OK。咩嚟㗎？圓球。好，上去先。咩嚟㗎？哦。我好撚驚啊！儲存先。咩嚟㗎？哦，圓球啊嘛。損壞的手冊整咗啦，呢個咩嚟嘅？
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it.
唔撚想知呢個冇乜特別，唔想討論 racist 嘅問題。係啊，我要開個電筒啊。工具。 咪黐線喺咁照佢隻眼。有啲錢，得個3蚊，極少。藍絲，唔好落好遠，俾蟲咬過。1蚊，慘個乞衣。咩嚟嘅？吓？咩嚟嘅呢嚿嘢？咩？哦，一個記憶體咁嘅嘢，噴流咩嚟嘅呢個？噴流係呢間公司嘅名係嘛？喂，頭先好似有啲嘢咩事？艾瑪 Emma 工作室咩意思啊？咩嚟嘅？點解我會有個咁嘅字啊？
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. History classes, students with their textbooks, radio frequencies, it seems. UK unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries.
等先 ，check 下有冇錄影先。有錄嘅，yeah。所以説，我哋而家係處理緊醫學嘅問題，精神藝術品，詛咒解剖學，唔好再講詛咒啦嘛。
The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
又係管理員
Someone
係邊
very
個？
important, the leader of a massive on-air, a conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the
8點。
Game Master's
如果
frequency.
呢個係遊戲嘅話，咁邊仲
Whoever
有邊個
decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like there's no way a little basement studio working here.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
手指追蹤緊嗰啲令人發狂嘅根徑，睇嚟佢哋手上嘅錢越少，專案卻越嚟越有野心。咩意
The
思？
schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
啊，即係佢覺得呢個係一個呢度自己寫嘅專案。
Nothing. It's just lines on marble, an echo from times long.
唔使溝通下。OK， 冇嘢。有冇錢執啊？
This appears to be some.
The radio computer.
哦，可以塞
Just
嗰個嘢
sitting
咩？
here without anyone inside.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber,
Oh my god！
revealing fluorescent play and print.
哇，好 trippy 啊！
The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty, like a beehive. Without it, the filament you have would fit like a smooth drawer. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key, a bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing. Oh no. It was already glowing and now the static gets louder, slowly filling up the
Good evening, Doctor's accident en rue de
呢個錄影嘅呢啲係。
This is, please repeat, is this the production schedule?
唔係喎，呢個咪錄影嚟㗎？唔係喎，呢個唔係錄，呢個唔係錄咗嘅喎，即係而家係而家同佢講嘢。重複呢個咪生產計劃嗎？生產計劃係咩？
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is...
因為佢把聲好 creepy，即係我問佢你係機械人咧定係活人咧？即係佢同我講佢今年74歲，即係佢知道我喺度，即係佢知道我串緊佢好老咯。我唔係呢個意思。
Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulin. As for me, well,
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment.
Now please tell me the filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? If you are unsure, could you please open the hatch on the compartment? Good.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
唔得，我同佢講我係警察。
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
唔得。
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of...
I'm afraid we are not doing that.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Still no. Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would. Don't worry. Passwords have...
Fortress accident. Is there anything else? Fortress accident is the company.
Oh.
One moment. Fortress accident SCA produces revolutionary interaction.
That's not bad.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Casting, nothing happens.
OK。
Tiles on the cube.
OK，唔知密碼係咩啦。
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard. Some of the writing has faded with age. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Mini-Me stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboards. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different, translucent Welkins. You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different. It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. This looks like concept art for a project. Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes. Entire oceans have been frozen. You see primitive oil rigs built into glass. A pinned postcard reads.
冇乜特別呢度應該。同佢傾偈先。
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? No, that it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio. No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately.
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present.
Ah.
Anyone in the world can participate. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the small...
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein.
OK 啦。
You know, place...
Not in Revachol West.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
save 一 save 先，密碼都係唔知嘅，咁呢度全部都鬥過晒啦，應該可以入去啦。呢度係閣樓嚟㗎嘛？咪煙佢講嘅煙通咯，但係就應該係閣樓之類嘅物體咯，好大嘅。咁我大概 get 啦，即係嗰度唔係一個，即係嗰個係一個遊戲嚟嘅。咁嗰個遊戲咧就係有一個人就係喺嗰個嗰個有一個人喺一個無線電嗰度聽電話咁樣咯，長期。咁但係咧就係一個全世界都玩到嘅遊戲，只要你有佢嗰個頻譜就得㗎啦。咩嚟嘅？啊，開片咩嚟嘅呢個？點解有隻熊喺度門喺度嘅
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment. This ice bear is the bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
You must all... You're dehydrated. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. Then again,
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts. Something.
Ah, okay.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please.
After you, officer.
The note is written with a blue pencil.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps... You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
好， 呢個真係一個好奇怪嘅 cut 啦。但係好啦，今日嚟到呢度先啦。咁我因為我想將一集斬開一半啦，咁而家呢度應該係一集嚟嘅。咁我等陣會再翻嚟拍埋另外一集啦。不過我而家好肚餓，我想食啲嘢先。咁所以咧就去到呢度先啦。咁今日嗰個進度都幾理想啊，同埋又發覺我真係好想知道劇情跟住落嚟點發展咯。咁下次見，拜拜！如果你中意呢條片就 like and subscribe 咁